What's going on, everyone? Today I wanted to give you a quick update on the new Ancient Ones trial. I took a little bit of time this morning when the game come out to try to find the Ancient Ones trial. They mentioned it was going to be on the tallest peak in Chalk's Peak. I think like a lot of you, I thought I knew which peak that was, and it turns out it's not exactly the peak that we thought it was on. So when this like public event shows up, it will show up on the map as sort of a public event icon. The big problem is you cannot click on it and fast travel to it because it's not technically like a public event. Either that or it's a bug. But for right now, you can't actually teleport to it. So if you look from here, you're going to see the teleporter I suggest you teleport into. From there, you're going to want to drive down to the bottom of the hill, and then you're going to want to sort of like jump over this little hump and then pull your Jeep back out, or your Humvee, whatever you want to call it. And then basically you drive straight up this sheer cliff. This is the only way I've found to actually get up there. Once you get to the top of it, be careful because you can actually ramp over the ridge and then have to do the whole thing over again. So just take your time driving up. Once you get to the top, in this video, I kind of like drive around the corner. You didn't really have to do that. You could have just got out and walked around the corner, but essentially you have to go across the whole ridge of the mountain to get to the actual Ancient Ones trial. Once you get to the Ancient Ones trial, it's not what I thought it was going to be. They call it the Ancient Ones trial. I figured it was going to be a boss or like a mini event or something like that. That's not what it is at all. Alternatively, you can see there are like these floating things in the air that you're supposed to jump on. And in theory, they should shoot you up onto the plane. But the problem is the way it's like designed, the plane is like flat, or the plane should be on a like a plane surface, and it's not. So these like air like movement things are way above the air, and like you can't get on them. Essentially just run up and climb up the wing the way I do, and then from there just kind of like climb to the top of it and you'll be able to start the trial. This trial is basically just a balloon shooting trial. I'm not going to go over the value of all the different balloons. What you need to know is it tells you which balloons to shoot as like a prio. Basically shoot all the gold balloons. If you see black balloons, shoot them because they explode everything. They mentioned like you could use like a bounce build or something. It literally didn't matter. Me and Rusty did it. Just the two of us. We easily capped the score. It wasn't a hard trial at all. A couple tips for you. Use your bullets as tracers because your bullets are no longer hit scan when you're flying, because there is some slight bullet travel and you're going to be flying at angles. So you'll put your crosshair on a balloon and shoot and realize it doesn't pop it. Pop a couple shots off to see where your bullets are actually going, and then use your bullet as your crosshair and not your actual crosshair. It makes sense when you start to do it. It'll help make it 10 times easier to kill or like to pop all the balloons. When you're done, the plane will basically just kick you off of it and it'll just drop you down onto the ground somewhere. You'll get all your crates. They'll go to your inventory. It's a super easy event. I think that people would enjoy it more if they didn't have to go so fucking far out of their way to get to it. Hopefully the not being able to teleport to it is just a bug and they fix it and it's not an actual feature, because it is a nice way to sort of like break up the standard style of public events. And I think it would be a fun public event to do. But if I have to go out of my way every time, I can't be fucking bothered, and I know you won't be able to be bothered either. The other thing too is the rewards. They kind of suck. I mean, they're public event rewards. They're not anything good. It'd be great if you got like a 500 creative star crumb or something the first time you did it per week. That would at least get people doing it. But right now, with as far out of the way as it is, and the fact that you can't fast travel to it, I think that most people aren't going to do this event. They'll try it one time and then be like, yeah, that was fun or whatever. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes getting to it just to spend an additional 10 minutes doing it. But hopefully you found this guide helpful. If you did, just go ahead and leave me a like, subscribe to the channel for more Once Human content. I am just going to let the footage roll for a little while. I might speed it up some just so you guys can kind of see how the trial goes. As always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in the next video.